I met a German friend in this little town in Japan, a remote town, but he has been living in this town for 30 some years. But his story is just amazing. He lived life uncomparable to my life in terms of what he has done. I mean, it's interesting to meet people with different background and have lived such a life. I cannot explain well, but the varieties of the stories and moving from A to B to C to D. I thought I did a lot to move around and experiencing life, but cannot compare with his. To start with, I think my background was more perhaps confined or just living in the ordinary Japanese way, except I had the question, there must be some different life. So it took time for me to get out of the way I'm supposed to live in Japan, because there's certain view that they have, and the whole nation and the people in Japan are so harmonious in their way, so that like me, I'm a little bit odd case, but compared to him, it just amazes me that he had such a interesting life, living in the island or sailing many places, doing different job, and kind of like hippie like life, and with some dangers and some craziness. But interesting that we can communicate for such a long time, and I had a great time to exchange these ideas. I think he talked maybe twice as much as I did today, and I was listening and absorbing. It's so interesting. In my case, there's something in common, maybe curiosity of life, that is common. And if there's such a difference, yeah, that's uncomparable. I know there are lots of people that I meet, like in this video, my channel, and I love to read the comments and each person's view, and, well, I don't know if comparing is the right word, but exchanging the view, and some may be very young, some may be old, but I think I checked 70% of people are like less than 34 years old or something like that. So I'm happy that there are young people I can still talk with and communicate. It's like, I'm sure we have different background and experiences, and the view of the world and all that could be different, like this German guy. He got married with Japanese women. Ah, it's so interesting. he has done so much, and at the age of 40 something, he decided to retire. And in this little town, he found a location and has lived for 30 some years. And in the back of the house is lots of bamboo trees and inoshishi, wild boar may pop up, or deer. And he lives with cats, 3 of them, I believe. And we talked about the cat, we talked about all sorts of things. He's about my age. Even difference in our background, we can communicate. Isn't that wonderful? In his case, from Germany to Denmark to here and there, moving around, even doing some work in Alaska to catch king salmon for work. Amazing. And then he settled down. And he's an architect too, and very good at computer stuff, so we talk a lot. But we have different view, but that's the fun part of it. But we have common sense of curiosity. I think that keeps us interested in our discussion. Anyway, I'm glad that we are different, yet especially if we can communicate, there's something there. I like what I'm doing with YouTube, to read different people's comment, every single one of them. I appreciate. But you don't need to boost my ego. I'm just a totally, I think, kind of ordinary. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe that's what I feel, but I may not fit to. But still, coming from Japan, I may be behaving a little modest, but with lots of curiosity. And I'm so happy that I can talk and exchange ideas. So, thank you. Please send me any comment, and what I may respond could be wrong or whatever, or different. But I think that's good. I cannot picture everybody's life, but I can kind of feel, coming from different angles, countries, from here and there, what the opportunity I've created in this YouTube channel. It's like I opened up the window to connect to the world in my way, and it just that is wonderful. In my work, by the way, I like to think I kind of shake the trees, kind of a thing that I did. I was a catalyst for the change for many companies. I used to say my approach is sometimes like throwing the stone into the pond and see what comes back, or shaking the trees and see what may come down, to kind of know each other, myself and the company and the people, and through that engagement of meeting people from different level of organization and different department and so forth, I kind of enriched my life to know and be able to talk with any level and specialty of the people, but common ground that we should be able to have and communicate for good. And I guess that helped me because I have been more of an inward kind of a guy, but became more outward, outgoing, especially to live in the States and traveling around the world. But not much traveling anymore, but still is connected to the people around the world. Isn't that great? And basically, what I do is just to say whatever I feel like doing, because that's the only way that I can function just as it is. Whatever pops up in my mind and just say it. I think that's good. If we can, I don't want to say get by, but just to have some trust to feel that, we all have a good heart. And just like this German guy, I'm meeting people and sharing whatever I feel like. I hope it's good. Thank you for visiting and watching my videos. Often very shameless, but as it is, as I am, I appreciate the time I spent here with you guys. Hope we keep exchanging and exploring and having fun, and may all beings be happy for a good world. Thank you.